As you get ready to head out the door, we are following the day's top local stories here in the Morning Rush. We start with Sarah Yingling. She is following breaking overnight news. Sarah.
Police have just identified the man shot and killed in a shooting in downtown Albuquerque last night as Gerard Frere. Officers say they responded to shots fired around 10 last night between 6th and 7th Streets along Central. When officers arrived, they found the man dead from a gunshot wound. Officers say bystanders and medical personnel jumped into action to try to save the man, but he was pronounced dead on scene. Police say no one is in custody at this time. Police also tell us that people have been posting about this shooting on social media. They're asking for those people to come forward with information. David?
I'll take it from here, Sarah. We are looking at spotty to scattered storms today, stretching from the southwest to the northeast. Some of these storms could be strong to severe in the northeastern plains. Albuquerque isolated today. Rain chances do start to improve tomorrow. As you can see, better coverage across the state. David?
Well, happening today, the Albuquerque City Council could discuss Mayor Tim Keller's Topgolf veto. The city councilors want to give Topgolf more than $2.5 million in tax breaks and incentives. They want to build a facility at I-25 and Montano. Now, Mayor Tim Keller also vetoed the proposal last month with funding concerns, and co-sponsor of the ordinance, City Councilor Diane Gibson, says that she believes they have the votes to overturn it. Well, new this morning, former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson is speaking out about his nomination to run for U.S. Senate as the Libertarian candidate. Johnson would serve as a replacement for Aubrey Dunn. Now, Johnson says in a statement that if he runs, it will be with the intention to win and give our state a strong independent voice in Washington. Johnson would be competing against incumbent Democratic Senator Martin Heinrich and Republican contender Mick Rich. New this morning, a study on the lasting impact from the testing of the first atomic bomb could be published by next spring. The National Cancer Institute and researchers are examining data on diet and radiation exposure. Residents say they were not told about the dangers of the testing at the Trinity site and were diagnosed with rare forms of cancer. Now, the news comes on the same day as the 73rd anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing. A man accused of injuring another man after shooting at him more than 20 times will be held behind bars until a district court judge decides if it'll stay that way until the trial. The Albuquerque police say that Jamil Lewis, Noah Mirabal, and another person were trying to carjack a man as he was getting out of his truck in the Barelas neighborhood. Investigators say the victim ran, but the men allegedly shot him in the arm. An arrest warrant has been issued for Mirabal. Meanwhile, Lewis was arrested. Local immigration groups are sending a message of equality and inclusion. Albuquerque Interfaith and the New Mexico Faith Coalition for Immigrant Justice hosted an event dedicated to immigration and refugee issues. Now, this was in response to Edelidio Wallace allegedly smashing doors and windows of 11 Mexican restaurants last month. Officers say he left notes behind saying that he felt threatened by them. Well, President Trump continues to vacation at his New Jersey golf club this week. Over the weekend, he appeared to change the story about a 2016 meeting at Trump Tower between his son and a Kremlin-connected lawyer. Now, he confirmed that it was to collect information about a political opponent, but he added that he did not know about the meeting. Well, happening today, a ceremony to unveil the primary elevators at Carlsbad Caverns is going to take place. The primary elevators went out of service at the end of 2015 after a motor shaft sheared off. The $4.7 million project finally finished up last month, and work still needs to be done on the secondary elevators. Well, hundreds are injured and more than 80 people are dead after a powerful earthquake struck Indonesia. 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck an island known for tourism. Authorities say that the thousands of homes have been destroyed and the death toll is likely to climb. This is because rescuers have not reached some of the hardest hit areas on the island. Evacuees are now sleeping outside and in tents. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index at a 4. Keep in mind, as those storms start to near the valley, they're going to put out some gusty winds, lightning, heavy rainfall at times, small hail and winds. And on top of that, we're talking hot temperatures today. Highs back into those middle to upper 90s across the valley. David?
This morning, Lovington native and Lobo football legend, as well as Chicago Bear, Brian Urlacher is now enshrined in the NFL Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Brian Urlacher.
And the 8-time Pro Bowler for the Chicago Bears was enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Saturday night. In his speech, he thanks everyone that helped him accomplish his 13-year professional football career. Urlacher also thanked the fans of Chicago and his mother, who he calls the hardest working person he has ever known. Also happening now, some of the best veteran athletes around the nation are getting ready to compete once again this morning here in the Duke City. The National Veterans Golden Age Games is a complete Olympic-style competition for veterans 55 and older. It features at least 20 sports like badminton, cycling, and swimming. Athletes have already participated in the javelin, shot put, and discus games. Now, the Golden Age Games continues through Wednesday at locations across Albuquerque. Well, the chili roasting season is officially underway. The roasting season does not normally begin until the end of the month, but crops are already being harvested earlier because of the hot and dry weather. Select stores are offering chili roasting free of charge for the next 2 weekends. Later this month, stores will be hosting roasting events around town. Well, the U.S. isn't the only part of the world that's mired in the dog days of summer. A heat wave has swept across Europe and Asia in recent weeks. Now, that has led to reduced wheat crops for many farmers overseas. And from there, that has led to higher demand for U.S. wheat. Now, the price of wheat has soared in recent weeks to its highest point since 2015. Kristen?
Now for a check on traffic, we have a closure to tell you about. This is Yale between Gibson and Cesar Chavez. That is closed due to an accident. Your alternate routes there would be Buena Vista or Girard. Also, we have traffic lights not working correctly at University in Candelaria, but it does look like the Big Eye's moving smoothly.
Well, there's big news this morning for Better Call Saul fans. The brand new 4th season is finally launching tonight. The Breaking Bad spinoff will premiere at 7 tonight on cable network AMC. The show has received nods from the Golden Globe Awards, the Peabody Awards, and the Screen Actors Guild Awards, also many more. You may remember that the show has also been approved for a 5th season.
All right, time now for the 5 facts. We begin with number 5. Lovington native and Lobo football legend Brian Urlacher now sits among the greatest of the game in the NFL Hall of Fame. The 8-time Pro Bowler for the Chicago Bears was enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame Saturday night. In his speech, he thanks everyone that helped him accomplish his 13-year professional football career. Urlacher also thanked his mother, who he calls the hardest working person he's ever known, and says his family had very little, but they had each other.
At number 4, a Georgia man accused of abducting his 3-year-old son along with 4 other adults was found hiding out in a Taos County compound. Suraj Waj is facing more charges this morning, and he and his 3-year-old son Abdul suddenly disappeared from Clayton County, Georgia back in December. In May, a tip came in that they might be in Taos County. On Friday, Taos County deputies and other law enforcement found the 2 hiding out in a property near Amalia. Waj and another man were arrested, although Waj's son was not there, but investigators did find 11 malnourished children and 3 women, one of which is pregnant. The sheriff says the charges came after a CYFD investigation. Waj will be extradited back to Georgia on a child abduction warrant.
At number 3, today actually looks to be the more quiet day of the next 7, just the spotty storms possible, and the hottest day of the next week too at 96 here in the metro. Isolated to spotty storms continue Tuesday, Wednesday through the start of the weekend. Rain chances come up statewide.
At number 2, the Albuquerque City Council is expected to discuss Mayor Tim Keller's Topgolf veto. The City Council cannot override the mayor's veto during tonight's meeting. Now, they wanted to give Topgolf more than $2.5 million in tax breaks and incentives, but Mayor Tim Keller says he still has concerns. He says that he wants to perfect job creation and protect taxpayers. Now, the co-sponsor of the ordinance, City Councilor Diane Gibson, says that the City Council will address the mayor's concerns and possibly still go around him. The city says it wants to do the best for the city of Albuquerque. And at number 1, one man is dead after shots were fired around 10 last night in downtown. APD just released the victim's name. They identify him as Gerard Frere. Now, details are still limited at this point, but officers say the shooting took place in the area of 6th and 7th Streets along Central. This was around 10 last night. When officers arrived, they found the man dead from gunshot wounds. Now, they say that the efforts by medical personnel to revive him were not successful. At this point, it's not known if they have a suspect or anyone under arrest. If you have any information about this shooting, you were asked to call 242-COPS.